I think the streak's going to keep going. Might as well. I mean, I started vacation Wednesday, went out on Wednesday with the group and a little bit early up in the mountains. And yesterday, that screech owl, excellent. Today, not sure what we'll see, but I came to a pretty usual spot. I haven't been here for a few months. Last time we were here, I did see something I'd never seen before, which was a thing I don't remember. It was either a night-crowned heron or it was a bittern. I don't remember, but I'll check that spot out. That's further over that way. I'm going to go this way first and go walk around and see what I can see. But then maybe on the drive out, I'll drive over there just to see in case that's like a regular spot to see that particular one, although it was a while ago, many months. I think it was one of the days where it was raining and I just did a drive back last year. Anyway, St. Vrain is a nice place to come to, besides the audio, because you're between two large highways, as I've talked about many, many times. But it'll be nice to walk around and take some pictures for a quick little thing this morning on day 3. And I should be able to do tomorrow, no problem. Sunday might be an evening, we'll see, because I have plans in the morning on Sunday that, as long as my sister's available, we'll be doing. Monday and Tuesday should be nice and easy, and Wednesday, yeah. Should work out pretty well. We'll see. I think I'm on track to do, actually 8, but at least 7 days in a row, maybe. Maybe. It's a fun little thing. It's nice to get out and see birds. All right, I'm going to go take some pictures. You might be able to tell even on this camera. I got a couple of trees here. The furthest one all the way back, that's nice and bare. There's something very large at the top of it that looks to me to be an eagle. I'm going to get as close as I can safely get. Also, the trail doesn't go that way, but like, I don't think it's a bald eagle. There's no white head to it. And it's awfully big to be a juvenile, which would not have the white head yet. Could it be a golden eagle? They're rare. They're not common for here. They're something sought after. I'm gonna go find out. Oh, I didn't have the camera ready. There it goes. I think that's a juvenile bald eagle. Should have taken some pictures just now. Oh, where are you going? Oh, there's something else. Why am I holding this still? This will be fully silhouetted. I don't know. Shoot. Oh well. It's okay. I got some pictures while it was on the branch. It would have been nice to do it while it was after it had taken off. I hope that wasn't me spooking it. I was pretty far away from it, but maybe it was time to move. I don't know enough about the different eagles exactly, but I'm pretty sure the golden does not have white to it. And the tail underneath had white. So I'm thinking that's a juvenile bald eagle, but I'll find out when I'm editing the photos and I can look at some pictures of juveniles online. Sounds weird. So here's a perfect example. Here, when we were out the other day getting the mountain bluebirds, they were landing on these. And I've been wondering what the name of those are. Mullins. That's what they said. These are mullins. Now I don't know what the other kind are. They're over there. I might be able to figure that out actually. I do have an app on my phone. Let's see. Common teaser or teasel or Fuller's teasel, but those are less likely. Thought I heard something. Okay, so a teasel. Those are called teasels. Really rare for a cut leaf teasel, I guess. I could double check about the mullen. Why does it open the front facing camera first? I'm taking a picture of a thing. Not me. Yeah, mullen. M-U-L-L-E-I-N. There we go. Cool. Now I know. And I can say properly when I see a bird land on a mullen, just a tall skinny one, or a teasel, which are these all over here. I'm learning. And these are cattails. I know that. Teasels. Lots and lots of teasels. And red-winged blackbirds making quite a noise. Back to the car. Another opportunity to see the eagle. Just landed on a tree right next to where I was walking. Took some pictures of it. It took off and went over that way. Wasn't quite prepared for it to take off. Grabbed the camera. The safety strap got caught. So I couldn't quite pull it all the way up as quick. I'm gonna have to try to move the safety strap maybe to the other side. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'll play around with it. Something preventing me from getting the camera up fast enough is definitely an issue. And maybe it's just a muscle memory where I add in a grab the camera and loop this around. So it comes up with me and it doesn't get caught down here, maybe. I don't know, we'll figure it out. But also, just to be clear, it was right overhead. Just a little further away than I could reach out and touch it, but when it dove down, it went real low. And so obviously, with this camera here and the lens, hello killdeer. And a red-winged blackbird, but a pair of killdeer. That's cool. Just running along. Anyway, yeah, it was very close. Pretty cool. All right, we're gonna do a little drive around. I'm gonna look at the different ponds, see what I can see. I will tell you, just for fun, if you ever put suction cup mounts like this in your car for the long term, like you do, like I do, for recording in multiple ways, and I've got some kind of all over the place. I was trying to find a better way to put this this one that shoots out the front. I was thinking maybe I could put it further down and have it so really I just want the shot of the best straight out the window, which did not work in all the ways I attempted. Some things I have learned from doing this. One, don't put it on the part where you've got the little pips, the little dots. Don't put it there. When you pull them off, there's a chance you could peel those off, and I still have a couple that are fairly light. Those are important to the windshield staying on your car. I forget exactly why and how that works, but just those are important. Be careful about that, and also know that the suction cup is the sticky residue heats up in the sun, and it's going to stay there. I moved the one that's been there the longest because I'm trying to accomplish multiple things. One, an angle of me, or multiple. Another, the angle out the car with as least obstructions as possible. Unfortunately, I've got a dash cam now, where I've got mounts for the other stuff. And I also don't want the arms sticking too far out where the airbags are, because just in case something happens and the airbag goes off, that thing's going to become a death trap flying at my face. That's, you know, an object that could cause some damage. So we want to be careful about that. We don't want to do that. So I try not to put them directly over the arms where the airbags are on the car. I found that I tried to rearrange them the other day, and well, let's just say the rearranging didn't quite go the way I'd hoped, because I played around with a couple different options, being like, well, I could put it here, I could put it here, and well, none of them worked for that purpose. I put it down right in the center and thought, okay, well, I'll shoot, I'll put the suction cup on the window, and then it'll come out and then the camera will be up here. That was entirely the suction cup and not enough. And then like, okay, so if I get the suction cup out of the shot, it's just pointed at the sky. You can't really see anything down there. Oh, and I'm also, I guess a third thing that was actually the first priority is not to block the view of any kind, because it's a danger. Like, that's the point. So putting it somewhere, like trying to figure out, oh, and I guess the fourth thing that actually would be probably number two. So like number one is for safety. So number one is don't block the view. Number two is don't put it in the way of an airbag if I can avoid it because of danger. Number three is to try to get a good shot. And number four is to keep in mind that if they are directly in the sun, if I put them too far forward, like right up against the glass, all they do is get sunbeat on the cameras, they immediately will overheat. So they actually need to be pulled back enough to the point where they don't get full sun on them. They're kind of inside the car, back under the shade of things, or like kind of high up. It's a mess. It's a nightmare. And then I added the one that goes on my sunshade. I got something in my throat, excuse me. The one that goes on my sunshade is working pretty well for being able to see out for road purposes, for drive purposes, because I do drive some pretty places. I should have had it going the other day and I didn't have it with me. It was at home charging because I didn't get it charged since that was the beginning of the vacation. But the next time I go up the mountains like that, we'll absolutely have it, because it is beautiful, that drive. It's a lot of switchback back and forth. Of course, you're going up the mountains, but like, man, it's pretty. All right, I'm not seeing anything over here. This is not where we saw that other one. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a bittern. I don't think it was a heron. I feel like it was bittern shaped, which is kind of squash, narrow at the top and bulbier at the bottom. I feel like that's what it was, but it was a while ago, so I'm not entirely convinced that I remember. Anyway, the point of all that was mostly the suction cup on the window. So that main suction cup that I've had for a while, and I like that one there, so much that I have a second one, my main two. I haven't moved this one, but that one that I moved just left all kinds of a ring that would immediately, and I went, oh, I can't get that off at all. I had to get like a scraping kit and some Goo Gone and really, really scrub it and like... To be fair, I made it a little bit worse. It didn't do anything like besides aesthetically, but I did stick it to that front of it and I went, oh, that's awful. That is just goop all over, and it is so sticky because it has just been melted from the rubber suction cup and the adhesive that's on there from sitting in the sun for a couple of years now. And I went, well, what can I do to maybe just get a little bit, see if I can peel it off without putting it on my fingers necessarily, because I wasn't at home, which was also another mistake I made. So I grabbed a napkin, and as you can imagine, a paper napkin basically just stuck all of it and it just made it so much worse. So that's when I bought the scraper kit with like the actual razor blade that you can use. And I was very careful because I was afraid of scraping my windshield, but yeah, came off no problem at that point. And then I was able to remove the, while I was at it and scraping, I finally removed the stickers from parks that have been long past. Parks when I lived in Wyoming still. All right, slow it down. Didn't realize it was 15. Wow, people were blowing past me on this road while I was walking over there. There's no way they were doing 15, let alone I was doing 25 by accident. All right, let's see. If I remember correctly, I didn't see much out that way the last time, but I did see stuff, and we're going back over this way. I'm just going to do a little drive around for a few minutes, and then I'm going to call it for the day. I just wanted to do a little short day here. The excuse to get out, look around, see what I can see. I am looking forward to doing some more walking, talking type stuff. That was a sparrow. That's another one. Hard to tell when they're in flight like that exactly what they are. They might have been song sparrows. Saw several of those. Saw some white crowned sparrows. Really like those. Something about, I mean, I like them all, but they do stand out, and I go, ooh, let me get a picture of that when I see sparrows that have a bit more definition to them, like when there's a bit of yellow or the white on the crown. That makes me go, ooh, picture please. But all the sparrows are fine, even the ones that are mostly just brown. It presents quite a challenge to be able to identify them regardless. There's some people with cameras and lenses. Wonder what they're here to take pictures of. It's birds. Anything here? Since there's no cars. Not so much. Yeah, it was back this way. I did pull in here to look around, but it was further back. This was just like, there's a pine tree. Looking for stuff in the trees. There's a lot easier spot here in the fall. This place has always been so hit or miss. The first time I ever came, it was like, whoa. So much hit. Because I saw several that I had never seen before. But I think this may have very well been the very first place I came, period, after moving here. And so there was plenty for me to see. I don't remember, it was, I can't even think of what it was or anything, but there was definitely lots to see that very first time. Kingbirds, I want to say. I think I saw both eastern and western kingbirds back to back. Those were both brand new for me once I moved out here. All right, it was right around here towards the end. I remember pulling off where the sign says no parking, and I ran out just right quick. But yeah, it was here, and I think it was over here, tucked into those reeds. Now, the likelihood of it still being here after all this time, or that it didn't migrate, is very slim, but like, might as well take a shot and look. There's a car coming. Pull off. Hopefully they're not trying to get to that specific thing. Yeah, let them go. All right, well, it was worth a little look. There's 2 more cackling geese. Short bills. Nobody coming. What about this pond? How are we looking here? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't remember what all. I remember that walk well being the very first one. Um, I remember going and doing the trail here and walking it, taking pictures of both kinds of kingbirds. I definitely saw those. I remember that. But there was also some other things, some smaller, like maybe warbler or something. I don't know. When I finally get my entire collection cataloged properly, I'll be able to search it by location, and then I'll be able to actually to see, oh yes, this was the first time I saw this thing and it was here. And I can do that by date as well in order to really, what is that on the water? That is just a stick. Okie dokie. Geese doing a bit of fishing. We'll go to my other spot. Mine. We'll go to the other spot that I like to go to, and then we'll turn around and call it there. Gets back in here, tucked back. It's the closest to the highway, unfortunately, but it's also a nice way to get right to water and park there without being at campsites. Besides the main entrance, of course. Yeah, da, 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 da. What else is there to see? Anything else while I'm looking around? I wonder when the pelicans come back. Because that's what I've seen here the most is the pelicans. Just pull in over here, take a look around. What do we got on the water? Looks like geese. Oh, let's see. I did see a heron on my drive in. Those are a lot easier to spot in the air because of their nice long legs. Speaking of, I don't remember if I got photos of it. I haven't. Oh God, I have so much to edit. About a week ago, this Saturday when I went out, we were seeing greater yellow legs, I think. Not. It was either greater or lesser. It's been a week and I don't remember now. That one I think is one I have seen before, but I have very poor pictures of it. And I don't know, we weren't that close or anything, thankfully, for the fact that the group was large, but unfortunately I wouldn't mind getting a better shot. I don't know. I haven't edited that. I haven't done editing in over a week, and with this kind of, like, I am just adding more and more onto that mountain of stuff to do because of going out every day. I'll probably not record video tomorrow, and we'll see about Sunday. Maybe I'll do some Monday or Tuesday. We'll see. I got to get to editing, so that definitely, the more I record, the more stuff I do, the bigger the workload is when it comes time to get it all edited. That is for sure. And maybe I'll start chipping away at it little by little. But yeah, that's starting to pile up. That's starting to be a lot of photos I'm going to have to go through because that's mostly what I've been doing. But then again, we did have I still haven't touched the footage from almost a full week ago, which was that same Saturday before I went and took pictures of the yellow. Oh no, I don't have any pictures of that. Oh man. I just realized that was the day that we saw it and I couldn't take pictures of it because I forgot the memory cards for my camera. I do have this vest, has a little pocket here where they're like extra battery or memory card, but it'll be a memory card. I'm going to get an extra memory card of a kind that will, boy, I hope this mic has been doing well. I didn't realize how far down that was when now that I'm sitting. Anyway, we're going to wrap it up. The pocket on the inside of the vest, I don't think I want to put a battery there. I think they would just push directly into my chest too much for how tall, how thick those are. But a memory card, an extra memory card would be a great idea. Well, I mean, excuse me, there's a red-winged blackbird right here. I mean, if you're just going to front for me like this, back up and go into the sun, though. You're in the shade of my car. I want you in the light. There we go. Up and it's gone. Okay. Well, never mind. Yeah, just landed right there. Anyway, I'm going to go now. That's it. That's a short little day. Nice way out. Just a fun time. Take some pictures. We'll see if those eagle ones came out. I think that was pretty much it, but hey, I'm getting a lot pickier about that, and that's good because I'm not taking any less photos, I'm just editing less, and that really helps when it cuts down on the amount that I have to do. That's what I'm hoping for, is I'll be much pickier when it comes to getting the editing done. It'll just be a nice quick breeze through of going, no, oh yes, and that's what I'm hoping for. All right, thanks for coming along, everybody. Bye.